Like, look at me, bro. Saying, I really got played. Like, I really got real life played, bro. I got played. That shit not right. How you go from, oh, you my soulmate, you everything I ever been looking for in a woman, to I can't be with you, I don't want to be with you. I didn't do nothing but try to help this nigga out. And since day one.
Y'all didn't know each other long enough. Yeah, we definitely didn't know each other long enough to have a baby, but regardless of that, we was already in a relationship. Like, we knew each other long enough to get in a relationship, a committed relationship. The baby just ended up happening. Like, that shit just happened. But
today we're going to talk about another TikToker who's been stirring up quite a lot of chaos recently. People have been constantly seeing this person on their For You page, and she's usually there not for the best reasons. So if you've also been seeing her pop up on TikTok lately but still have no clue who she actually is, let us give you a proper introduction. She is Javana Jay, a young TikToker with close to 1 million followers. Not long ago, she came under fire for posting a video about Caleb Wilson, a young man who tragically passed away due to hazing. Initially, she offered sympathies and condolences to his family, but she completely flipped her stance the moment she discovered that the main culprit in the case happened to be one of her close associates. That sudden switch in loyalty did not sit well with people, but that's not the only thing that has totally irked TikTok lately. She also has a very insufferable pick-me attitude, where she genuinely seems to believe she's superior to other girls simply because she has good hair or thinks she does. The confidence is unmatched, let's just say that. She's also getting heavily criticized and ridiculed for her downright bizarre dating history. Like she dated a guy in prison and then somehow ended up with another total douchebag who got her pregnant within just a few months of meeting her. People say her taste in men is absolute garbage, and the fact that she keeps dragging every bit of drama between her and her baby daddy all over the internet is definitely not helping her case at all. Everyone on TikTok seems to have an opinion on the Javana Jay situation right now, and we're diving head first into the mess to unpack every crazy detail. So stick with us. Now, for those who are completely clueless about the type of content Javana posts and what corners of TikTok she caters to, let us explain a bit about her before diving headfirst into the real drama. So Javana is nearly 24 years old and lives in Louisiana. She started TikTok sometime in June 2021 and immediately hit it off with her casual charm. Before all the messy details that have recently surfaced about her, she actually came across as pretty decent. She has extremely good looks, an easygoing personality, and the kind of charisma that naturally attracts the prime TikTok audience. Within just a few months of joining TikTok, she began receiving a massive amount of positive attention. Her TikToks would regularly hit millions of views, with some even reaching up to 8 million views within a matter of days. For instance, there's this one video she posted last year that absolutely blew up on the platform and introduced her to a whole new wave of followers who thought she was absolutely refreshingly relatable.
grown-ass man blowing kisses to me through the phone. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. That's the type of stuff that I like. Keep it up, B. You was doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Like, first round draft pick right there. That's an all-star player right there. Put him in a game. Keep him in the game. Talk about... Mwah.
In that video, she seems like a very positive and welcoming person, someone who radiates fun energy. But this polished persona started slipping the moment she began constantly highlighting her need for male attention. If you go back to her earliest videos, you'll notice a very consistent pattern. She talks about men, thinks about men, and makes content about wanting attention from men all the freaking time. And we mean literally all the time. Her most watched videos to this day are all about her boyfriend, how much she misses him, how much she isn't gonna let him go, and how deeply attached she is. Now, being a little obsessed with your partner is fine, and honestly, it's quite normal. But when your entire online personality revolves around men 24/7, it gets insufferable for a lot of viewers. People started feeling like there was nothing more to her than this endless loop of boyfriend-related content, which made her whole online presence come across as one-dimensional and repetitive. You guys want a glimpse of what we're talking about? Here it is.
I miss my man, like, that's it, that's all. I just miss him. I miss my boyfriend.
Y'all, I miss my man. Oh my God. Oh, I wish I could just be with my man. Damn. But yeah, I love you. I don't want to be with nobody else. I don't even think about nobody else. You're the only one that's for me. I love everything about you. I love the way you talk to me. I love the way you handle. Oh my God, I am so humiliated. Oh my God. Y'all, my man is so handsome. Like, girl, I'm so...
But to be fair, while a big chunk of her videos, especially the viral ones, revolve around male attention, she does have another side to her brand. She talks about makeup, wigs, and occasionally lets her more creative and playful side shine. This is the part of her content that people actually enjoyed the most. Her wig transformations and makeup looks felt authentic and fun, and they offered a break from the non-stop boyfriend drama. On her TikTok, which now has over 900,000 followers, she's also talked about being in the military. She frequently showed small glimpses of that part of her life too, something that many viewers found interesting because it added more dimension to her personality and gave people a reason to root for her. In 2024, Javana also graduated from college and posted a TikTok proudly announcing that she was the first person in her family to graduate. This was an emotional moment for many of her longtime viewers because she had previously opened up about her difficult childhood. She's never mentioned having an estranged relationship with her family, especially her mother, who was never a supportive figure in her life. So seeing her walk the stage and earn her degree genuinely felt like a big win, not just for her, but for everyone who had followed her journey.
Javana. She's a large content creator on this app, y'all. She's in the military. She's graduating from Southern University today. She's very open about her life, her relationship, or the lack thereof with her family. Her mom and her relationship is very estranged. And I just feel like it's fucking remarkable for a black girl from where I'm from to not have that support but push through and persevered. Successfully graduated. Beautiful, hands down gorgeous girl from the inside and out. Shout out to you, girl. I wish a lot of you young ladies take a page out of her book. It don't matter who is on side of you, who is rooting for you, as long as you are your number one cheerleader. And that's one thing that baby girl has shown throughout her time on this app. Like, that is, like, as a person who had a good relationship with my mom, I can't imagine.
Now, we want to remind you, up until this point, she hadn't been involved in any major controversies. While her content often revolved around her boyfriend in jail and her obsession with male attention, people didn't find her extremely problematic. In fact, many viewers genuinely cheered for her when she graduated from college. But all of those positive vibes you're seeing, yeah, they're about to disappear from Javana's life, because right after graduation, she ended up getting herself tangled in some pretty serious and honestly nasty controversies. And that's exactly where things started spiraling for her. At the start of 2025, the very first thing we got to know from Javana was that she had officially broken up with her prison boyfriend. And honestly, this did not come across as a surprise to anyone. People had already predicted this breakup months before she even hinted at it. It just felt unrealistic from the beginning. Her dating a guy in prison, trying to maintain a long-distance relationship, constantly complaining about the situation and somehow expecting it to work? Most viewers could see this dynamic was not suitable at all. And it seems like everyone figured it out way before Javana Jay herself did. So as the new year began, she entered it single, and that opened a whole new chapter in her life. Naturally, she started dating again. And as expected, she wasted no time posting multiple updates about her love life on social media. Amidst all of this, she also continued mentioning her former boyfriend once in a while, reminding people that she was no longer with him and even accusing his friends or associates of trashing her in the DMs.
Y'all, can we just all collectively agree to stop talking about you-know-who? Because I'm not with that person anymore. I've already said that multiple times. I just don't need his people texting me, telling me, like, why y'all talking about him in the comment section. Baby, like, I don't have control over what nobody comments got to say on this internet. Like, I don't want nobody to speak bad about him. I don't see why people would speak bad about him anyway. Like, I don't know. They just be coming at me crooked and just making it seem like I'm the bad guy. Bitch, I got the platform. I don't control the comment section. I don't even talk about him on my page anymore. So I don't even understand why this shit even still coming up. Like, I want it to be done. Over.
Since this ex-boyfriend was no longer directly in the picture, the drama around him never really gained any traction, and the internet quickly moved on to whatever she was doing next. Things, however, started to get weird when she began dating a new guy named Germ. Right off the bat, people did not get good vibes from this guy. Something felt off, and as it turned out, within just a few short months of dating him, Javana was already pregnant. She announced the news to her large TikTok audience, and the responses were mixed, to say the least. While some people congratulated her and celebrated the news, many others were confused about how fast everything was moving and didn't quite know what to make of it. Several content creators pointed out how strange the whole timeline was. First, she was dating a shady guy in prison for ages, then she suddenly moved on to a new guy, and before anyone even had time to blink, she was pregnant with his child.
Tell me, that Javana girl left that man from jail just to end up with a new dude and already be pregnant. Not even a full year in. Girl, what happened? Ain't you see that jail man the love of your life?
Now we know she's completely allowed to live however she wants, but when you broadcast every detail of your personal life, who you're dating, when you break up, every argument, every emotional meltdown, people are naturally going to form opinions, and sometimes you're not going to like what people say. And in Javana's case, a lot of people already predicted exactly where this story was headed, and unfortunately it went in that exact direction. Germ did not seem like a responsible guy from the start, and that became even more obvious as time went on. Just days after announcing her pregnancy, Javana was already posting TikToks about how much she hated guys who play games, how men expect women to tolerate the bare minimum, and how exhausting it was dealing with immature partners.
Girl, and it's just like these dudes, we want you to be satisfied with bare minimum effort. Like, they really want you to be satisfied with the bare minimum. I don't understand, bro. Didn't they try to call you like a gold digger or whatever if you want the best or expect the best? Like, whatever happened to giving your girl the world? Whatever happened to prioritizing your girl? Like, whatever happened to that? Like, I don't understand why they want us to just be satisfied with the absolute bare minimum. And I'm talking about the bottom of the barrel bare minimum. Like, they'll just do stuff. They'll just be like, here, shut up. Just so you can shut up. And they'll just give you something just to shut you up. And it's just like, no effort, no thought, no consideration, no love, nothing. Like, but when it comes to their homeboys, they to the moon and back. Yeah, all right. Men be acting like it's just so hard. It's not that hard. If your girl is pregnant, all she needs from you is literally support. That's all. Like, the mental support goes way further than the physical support. Ask her how she doing every day. Ask her how she feeling every day. If she having cravings, get her cravings. Don't complain. Don't gripe and complain and suck your lips and make her feel like that. She's pregnant, carrying your child. Don't make her feel like she's being over dramatic when it comes to her symptoms, and don't try to downplay her symptoms because you're not the one going through it. Okay? You put her in this position, so literally the least you can do is show some support and show some love. I feel like in the beginning stages of pregnancy, a lot of men can't really understand or grasp what's actually happening to their girl because, you know, she's obviously not showing, but the beginning stages of pregnancy is literally the hardest stages where like hormones are like pouring in. So the least you could do is be supportive, okay? Okay, men? Please, for the love of God.
So yes, the warning signs her audience picked up on very clearly, they were absolutely spot on. In these videos, she didn't directly mention her boyfriend by name, but everybody knew exactly where she was going with it. With every vague complaint and every passive-aggressive line, viewers immediately connected the dots. Then she posted a TikTok where she claimed that the Black community is unsupportive of pregnant women. According to her, people would gladly celebrate every other kind of good news, but the moment a woman announces a pregnancy, suddenly nobody wants to cheer for her.
Okay, y'all know I love my Black people. I do. Lord knows I love my Black people. But one thing I cannot stand about the Black community is how judgmental everybody is when it comes to pregnancy. It's like somebody could go to jail, okay. Somebody could open up a business, okay, cool. Somebody could graduate college, okay. Somebody could even get married, okay, cool. But soon as a woman turns up pregnant, I'm telling you, next break, heads turn.
This take sparked a lot of debate. Some people replied by saying that maybe the reason people are hesitant is because they understand how difficult it is for a woman to carry a child, especially when she's clearly doing it without proper support from her partner. They weren't hating pregnancy, they were concerned about her situation specifically. Another thing that started standing out around this time was her very obvious pick-me attitude. She would come on TikTok complaining about her boyfriend, venting to millions of people, practically begging for reassurance. Then in the very next video, she would turn around and bash those same people, angrily saying they had no right to comment on her relationship.
Y'all, if I come on here and I'm speaking about a situation that transpired between my boyfriend and I, does not mean that I'm bashing my man. I love him, okay? First of all, know that. Nobody relationship is perfect, and I got a smart ass mouth, and I be talking a lot, so yeah. And then it's like, when I come on here and I be talking about certain stuff, it don't even be negative. Y'all just turn it to something negative. Like, every situation I talk about my man is not made to be negative. And I really don't like how the T pages keep trying to make it seem like, oh, well, he ain't the right one, and oh, this and oh, that. Like, y'all don't know us in real life. Y'all don't know the dynamic of our relationship. So stop trying to see negative shit about me and about what I got going on, period.
Ma'am, if you don't want people talking about your relationship, why come online and basically rant about your boyfriend to the whole internet? It just makes no sense. And this honestly is where a lot of people started losing Javana. The contradictions, the constant need for attention, the emotional flip-flopping. It became exhausting for viewers who had been following her for years. But before we jump into the bizarre, never-ending drama involving her baby daddy, we need to talk about something extremely important. Remember earlier when we mentioned that people didn't start disliking her just because of her pick-me attitude or her male-centered content? Well, that's because there was a moment at the beginning of this year when she said something so tone-deaf, so wildly insensitive, that it genuinely pushed people over the edge. In one of her TikTok videos, she discussed the tragic death of Caleb Wilson. If you're unfamiliar with the story, Caleb Wilson was a 21-year-old Southern University student who died due to hazing. He was punched in the chest repeatedly while pledging to a fraternity-like organization, and the severity of the assault ultimately led to his death. The entire situation is disturbing, heartbreaking, and deeply traumatic for anyone who hears about it. Because Javana is also a Southern University graduate, she naturally felt compelled to comment when the news broke. She posted a video sharing her thoughts on the tragedy, offering sympathies and condolences to Caleb's family.
Girl, y'all heard about the boy Caleb who passed away? He was a student at Southern University. He was in the band, and he ended up, I guess, passing away trying to do some type of ritual for Omega Psi Phi. That's so sad, y'all. Like, honestly, I don't even, girl. All I gotta say is I know it's a lot of HBCU students that be wanting to get them letters, but it's never that serious, y'all. Don't be letting them people make y'all do all type of crazy things just to get some Greek letters. Girl, like, oh my gosh, I'm condolences to his family. And then, y'all, it just hit so different because I actually went and graduated from Southern, and I know a lot of the Qs. I'm friends with a lot of them, and although I don't know all of the ins and outs when it comes to that Greek life stuff, shouldn't nothing like that have taken place that cost that boy life. Like, I get it. Y'all gotta go through y'all, whatever, to become Greek. But y'all need to, like, chill. And I'm so upset because the Q's is really my favorite. And now them Q's ain't about to see the break of day, baby. You can wrap it up for the dogs. I know they ain't about to be on campus no more. Was it worth it, y'all? Like...
In this video, she appears genuinely sad, reflective, and shaken by the incident. For a moment, people believed she truly understood the gravity of what happened. But that empathy didn't last long. Shortly afterward, she found out that one of the individuals responsible for Caleb's hazing was her friend, and that's when everything changed. Suddenly, she shifted her stance completely, flipping her narrative in a way that stunned and infuriated viewers. She posted another video defending this individual, insisting that he was not that type of person, and trying to paint him as incapable of such wrongdoing. People immediately picked up on what she was doing. Many felt she was subtly trying to redirect blame away from the perpetrators, and in a very indirect way, even onto the victim.
A club and have a good time, and then a ceiling can cave in on you. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you can die for, but it's like you would hope that does not happen. So he didn't go into the intentions like, oh, I'm gonna die from this. Nah, I guess he wanted family at any cost. A lot of the time on this channel we talk about women with no self-esteem and no self-love, but it's men like that too that will do anything to have a friend, that will do anything to have a family. That's why people join gangs.
Certain decisions, you do certain things, and you see the outcomes every time. Like, my tempo never switched up. The dude, my friend, I don't care if I ain't know him from a can of paint. I said everybody involved deserves to be held accountable. Somebody said he didn't know. How many times I gotta say that? How many times have I already said that? None of them knew that shit play out like that. That's why they did it. There's been multiple times at Southern where organizations have been called out on their hazing before it got too far, and they shut the line down and everybody gets consequences.
This was the moment when a lot of people decided they were done with Javana. Her selective empathy, her willingness to defend a friend despite overwhelming evidence, and her complete disregard for the victim's family made people realize that the positive, wholesome persona she once had wasn't as genuine as it seemed. This video became a very notable turning point in her online career because people who were merely annoyed by her before suddenly started actively disliking her. Up until this moment, her comment section was usually filled with positive messages and compliments, but now people were calling her out left and right for her hypocrisy. According to Javana herself, things got so bad that she began receiving death threats, something no one should ever face, regardless of the situation.
Somebody who really just sitting here condoning all of this hate and this talk and these threats and all of this violence that y'all sending towards me, I'm not mad at y'all. I 100% understand. I don't understand it actually, but I forgive y'all in advance. You feel me? Girl, the battle not mine. It's the Lord's at this point. Not once have I disrespected, let alone threatened anybody who been harassing me on the internet. Y'all going far though. And y'all not hurting me at all. I just want y'all to know that. But it's speaking volumes to the character that y'all have. I mean, half of these apps I ain't even know existed. And y'all sending me all type of comments. Y'all going out of y'all way to make sure that I see the things that people are wishing and saying about me. What are y'all gaining from that? What are y'all personally, spiritually gaining from that? Is that fulfilling y'all?
A few notable content creators also chimed in, calling her out publicly and expressing how shocked and disgusted they were by her sudden stance.
But baby, we're gonna have to learn to be quiet. Now, I'm with you when you're right, but when you're wrong, and I'm gonna have to call you out when you're wrong, okay? Whatever happened up there at Southern don't have nothing to do with what happened at LSU. I bet you whatever happened at LSU, when you saying, y'all know this happened at LSU, I bet you they didn't try to change the victim clothes. I bet you they didn't move the body from a different location. Whatever the case may be, I don't care. It's still wrong.
What made the whole situation even worse was the fact that Javana never once tried to take any accountability. Instead of acknowledging how insensitive her comments were, she doubled down. She insisted that she had every right to say whatever she wanted and boldly stated that people don't run her. And honestly, maybe that's what pushed people away more than anything else. Not just the comments she made about the Caleb Wilson tragedy, but the complete lack of responsibility, the refusal to reflect, and the stubborn insistence that she was right no matter what. After getting on the nerves of so many people online, Javana then shifted into another phase of chaos, airing every single detail about what was going on with her baby daddy. And we mean everything. Every argument, every emotional spiral, every late-night thought, all of it ended up on social media. The first big announcement she made was that she had broken up with her boyfriend and planned to continue her pregnancy as a single mother.
To all of my single and expecting mothers, please know and understand that you are doing an amazing job. Don't ever let anyone make you feel bad or less than for wanting to keep and love your child. The Bible says that children are a blessing from the Lord, a reward directly from Him. I don't know why there's this thought that a woman should only be excited about her child if the other person is excited about her child. Baby girl, as long as you're excited about your child, that's all that matters. And don't let your pregnancy make you feel like you have to stay in a toxic situation or relationship. Take your baby and go where y'all are happy and thriving at, okay? And baby, don't be letting nobody make you feel bad because you don't have a ring. Child, a lot of those women who get those rings, their life still don't turn out the way that they thought it would be. Relationships are temporary, and that's okay, but your baby gonna be forever. So continue to love your baby. Be excited about your baby. Be healthy for your baby.
Right after this video, she followed up with another statement, explaining that the father of her child might not want to be involved in the pregnancy at all. And honestly, this did not shock anyone. From the way she repeatedly talked about him, it was clear to almost everyone that this man was an emotionally unavailable, bare minimum kind of guy who would dip the moment things became inconvenient. The signs were all there. So when she said he didn't want to be part of the pregnancy, the internet collectively shrugged because, well, everyone saw it coming. But while the situation itself wasn't surprising, Jehvana's behavior throughout the whole thing was what truly irritated people. Comment after comment poured in under her videos, pointing out that she moved way too fast in this relationship. They reminded her that she barely knew this man before getting pregnant, and that she had ignored all the very obvious warning signs. And here's the hard truth, they weren't wrong. Javana herself had posted several videos showing how poorly her baby daddy treated her during the early days of her pregnancy.
Wow, okay.
I just paid for this shit, didn't I?
Okay.
You want me to clean it up?
Okay. All right.
Stop being lazy.
You see, next time you can't say it's my fault. You cannot say it's my fault.
You know what you did before we got here, bro.
What?
I'm not about to put no people in my business. Come on, man.
I didn't do nothing before we got here. We was in the car driving. I didn't say shit the whole car ride. So that's basically what I did. He leaving out the door like, I don't know who he feeling like. I really don't know who he feeling like. Girl, some shit all you can really do is laugh, cause y'all seen that shit with y'all own. Y'all heard it with y'all own eyes. Y'all see me eating. I ain't say nothing to him. Like, did I say anything to him? That was all him. And he swore to God I just paint him in this picture. Like, that was all him just now. All him. I got on live to eat my crawfish.
In another long TikTok, she responded directly to people criticizing her for having a baby with someone she barely knew. She clarified that she was in a committed relationship and that the pregnancy just happened. She also said he seemed like a nice guy in the beginning, which, based on her own earlier complaints, is pretty hard to believe. The issues she described weren't the kind that appear overnight. They're the kind you can see coming from miles away. But because she's so extremely male-centered and validation-driven, she likely brushed aside every concern until it was too late. And now she's facing the consequences in the most overwhelming way.
People keep saying you didn't know him, y'all didn't know each other long enough. Yeah, we definitely didn't know each other long enough to have a baby, but regardless of that, we was already in a relationship. Like, we knew each other long enough to get in a relationship, a committed relationship. The baby just ended up happening. Like, that shit just happened, but Bro, we didn't know each other long enough to have no baby, obviously. But we knew each other well enough to get in a relationship. When people just change up, like people switch up like the seasons. Like you can't help how people switch up and change up on you. If he wanted to be there, or if he wanted to be a great person, a great guy, he would most definitely do that. That's just not what he want to do. I can't control nothing nobody else want to do. I can only control what I do and how I go forward. Like, I can't really sit there and blame myself. I can't do nothing but give myself grace because I got lied to, like straight up. I got straight up played with. Unprovoked. 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 Like, that's the thing. Unprovoked. My life is hard as hell. I don't even know why. Like, girl, ever since I've been young, my life just been hard as hell. It's like the devil be attacking my ass. Like, for what? Leave me alone. Leave me the hell alone. Like, please. I don't need no more strength. I got enough of that. I don't need no more adversity in my life. Like, goodness gracious. Like, enough is enough. Like, please. I'm tired. Like, that's weird. And then he get mad when I expose it. Like, man, you need to do some real life soul searching, some real life self-evaluation. This nigga's a weirdo, bro. Like, I can't believe this. He's sad, like, bro. That shit's sad. He a weirdo, man. I don't even understand how people like him exist in life. You're not gonna thrive. He can't possibly expect to thrive or anything good to come up out of this.
In the same video, Javana also talked about how she no longer wanted her baby daddy involved in her child's life at all. She said she finally understands women who choose to cut off the father entirely.
I really see why the black community is like this, like how baby mamas or whatever are painted in a picture like they so bitter and they don't want the daddy to see their child and all that. I understand why. Because when a nigga put you through hell during your pregnancy, why should I allow you to take part in this reward, which is this life being brought into the world? Why should I allow you to take part in it? You put me through hell getting the baby here. So you shouldn't get to reap the benefits of having the child, because I know my child gonna bring hella joy into my life. But why would I sit there and allow my baby to have your last name and you to even be in my child life? And that make me sound like I'm fucked up, like, oh, you don't want him to be in his child life. It's not even about that, bro. If you get pregnant and somebody treats you like shit, it's not even, they ain't even gotta treat you like shit, but they don't add to your pregnancy. They adding stress onto you while you already pregnant, while you already going through a lot. Why would I want you to be in my child, me or my child life? Like, for all I care, I'll pack my shit up, take me and my baby, and we'll go move across the U.S. somewhere. Like, bitch, you'll never see us again in your life. But if I do that, I'ma be fucked up, though. I'ma be wrong for that shit, though. I'ma be the down bad person. I'm gonna be down bad, and that's why it's so important that you really gotta choose who you choose to be the father of your child. You gotta choose them to father your child very, very carefully, because pregnancy is such like a vulnerable thing. You need somebody that can really support you emotionally and mentally when it comes to pregnancy. Like, anybody could support you financially. Like, a nigga could throw a couple dollars at you. Yeah, cool.
Her words here were emotional, raw, and clearly coming from a place of deep hurt. And while we understand that, it's also heartbreaking. A child is about to come into this world, and someday he might grow up and see every bit of this drama preserved online forever. Because here's the thing, if one parent refuses to step up and take responsibility, then the other parent has to be the stable one. They have to create a safe environment, make mature choices, and think about the long-term impact on the child. And dragging every private moment onto social media, where it'll be archived forever, is definitely not the best decision. On top of that, inviting millions of strangers into her business at a time when she's already stressed and vulnerable is not going to bring anything positive. Unfortunately, it seems like in her desire to vent, defend herself, and seek validation, she ended up turning her very real, very serious situation into a public spectacle. and that's something she may come to regret later, especially when that child is old enough to understand all of this. She herself has said in one of her videos that her pregnancy is not going peacefully at all, without realizing that airing every detail on social media and constantly trying to prove herself right to strangers might be contributing to that very stress.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
And speaking of opinions, everyone watching this drama unfold definitely had something to say. A lot of content creators, including some pretty big names, stepped in to give her advice. Many told Javana to get her act together and stop broadcasting every private moment online for the sake of her own mental health. While some people encouraged her to completely cut her baby daddy out of the picture, others told her to slow down, breathe, and stop sharing every emotional impulse on the internet. Because let's be honest, whatever she posts now may eventually come back to bite her in the ass.
Javana, don't get that nigga no more your energy on this fucking internet. Let me tell you what happened with him. The reason why he not is who he said he was in the beginning is because, for one, he didn't come in there with those intentions to begin with. When he saw you all over the internet, loving on a nigga that was in jail, josing him, this and that, niggas be thinking, damn, she too pretty, she got her shit going on, she's successful, why the fuck is she, you know, josing a nigga that's in jail that probably dogged out before jail, probably dogging it out while he in jail? They look at it as if it's like a self-esteem situation. So he preyed on you. Him steady telling you, oh, we can't be together on some shit because you on social media. That's not because you're on social media, bitch. He knew you was on social media when he first started fucking with you. It's because you have the motion that he wish he did have. So what a lot of those men do, they try to come dim your light to make their light shine brighter. You played your hand. You dealing with what you dealing with now from this nigga based on how you was on the internet loving all over the other nigga. That boy preyed on you. And just so happened you got a baby out the deal. But guess what, Faye? You got your shit going on. Rock out with your son. And it is what the fuck it is. Let him be a daddy if he want to be a daddy. Bitch, move around. Fuck that. Fuck that. You ain't the first female, bitch. You ain't gonna be the last female. That's what these niggas do. That's why we older women be trying to put y'all on game and let y'all know. Make these niggas strap up, especially if you a bitch that got your shit rocking. Especially if you beautiful, got your shit going on. Bitch, them niggas gonna come in your life to humble you every time. Fuck that. Let it roll. Let it roll.
Not. But now you're bringing strangers into your relationship, which is something I had to learn as well. You bringing all these strangers to your relationship who do not know you or your baby daddy personally. They just going off what you telling them. And you know you probably gonna get back with them. You most likely gonna get back with your baby daddy. So stop bringing everybody in your shit, you know? Like, keep that shit on the low. It'd be the best when, like, you just had your nephews beat your baby daddy ass, right? And then fuck them the same night. That's the vibe. It's kind of different when you have your nephews beat your baby daddy ass, record it, post it, and then sleep with your baby daddy that same night, post a picture of your baby daddy, and then 1,000 people in the comments like, didn't you just fight? Didn't your nephew just beat your baby daddy ass? Weren't you just beat with your baby daddy? Like, yes, I was actually. And now I'm back. Alright, so yeah, just stop bringing people into your shit.
But despite people's genuine advice, Javana did not stop. She kept posting things about her baby daddy. Sometimes subtle digs, other times full-blown rants that lasted several minutes. During one of her live sessions, she even announced that she no longer wanted to have a baby because of everything this man had put her through. She claimed he told her that they could never be together or live like a happy couple simply because she was on social media. She also complained that she had done so much for him, trying to support his business, helping him financially, and trying to be present, and yet he still didn't want her.
I don't even care. I just don't want the baby because I don't want this person. I don't need him in my life or nothing tied to him in my life because I know they just gonna use this shit to ruin me. I don't want the baby, at all. How you go from, oh, you my soulmate, you everything I ever been looking for in a woman, to I can't be with you, I don't want to be with you because you be on social media? What? No, what? That shit don't make no sense. I didn't do shit to you, I didn't do nothing to this man. I didn't do nothing but try to help this nigga out. And since day one, he got his little clothing business, whatever. I'm telling him, oh, make me something. I could promote it on my page. You know, I got the platform, you got the business, and we could go up type shit. Like, since day one, supporting the hell out of you, like reposting your shit, like letting you confide in me. Like, I'm driving out there every other weekend to come see you, spend time with you, hang out with you, all this type of shit. And now, because he feeling stressed out or some shit, he not going to acknowledge any of the efforts that I put in. Nothing that I put in, he gonna acknowledge. He try to paint me out to be a bad person so bad, and it's like, I'm not this bad person. I'm not a bad person. I'm many things in life, but a bad person has never been one. And then it's like to the point where it's just like, oh, you got a baby now, so he feel like he got ties to me forever. So he really don't give a F now, cause I got the baby now.
At this point, a lot of people had serious questions about her decisions regarding this pregnancy. Because if the baby daddy was truly this immature and irresponsible, he must have shown signs early on, right? People asked if things were already shaky, why didn't she take precautions? She responded by saying she did consider her options during her first trimester. And when it came to getting a procedure, it was almost $2,000 and her baby daddy wasn't even willing to pay half of it.
And then somebody saying, I don't understand why you kept it, bro. I tried to go get I literally tried to go get the shit. He didn't want to help me pay for it. Like, when, in the beginning, I could keep it a full stack. In the beginning, I wasn't really like, first of all, I don't really believe in abortion or nothing like that. Like, just because of like how I grew up and stuff. I never believed in I never got pregnant, so I never even had to like consider getting I never got pregnant. I didn't even think I was fertile. I didn't even think I could get pregnant. But then the shit happened. We had a conversation about the pill or whatever, but I'm like, man, I'm not gonna take it. Like, it is what it is. We just gonna get through it. And he was like, all right, cool. We just gonna be grown and do what we have to do. Cool. Like, then shit started getting rocky or whatever midway through. Like, when I was still in my first trimester, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go get the abortion. Like, whatever. But by that time, the shit was like $2,000. So I'm like, all right, you gotta go half for me. Nigga didn't want to go half for me. Like, didn't want to go half for me. Like, talking about, you should have just got it when the pill was $160. Nigga, like, no. I want the fucking shit now. Like, at this point, girl, and then it's to the point where it's just like, the shit got so far along, like every day I'm like, man, I don't want to have this baby, bro. I do not want to have this baby. I don't want to have it. Like, I'm telling my mama this and everything, but they so religious and shit. They like, man, that's evil. Like, you gotta have a baby. You can't be a kids and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, I don't want to have this baby. I just don't want to be in this situation with this man. Like, this shit happened too fast. This not the right move. Like, dude not who I thought he was. Like, nigga switched up. This nigga lied to me. I don't want this baby, period. But I can't do nothing I can't see myself doing something to hurt the child myself. Like, I'm not about to sit here and take no medicine or drink no alcohol or no, like, I can't do nothing like that. Like, this is a whole life. So it's just like, I just gotta deal with the shit now, but it's just unfortunate, the situation, like, and it's just like, bro, I can't help but think, like, y'all, this dude real life hate me. Like, girl, this dude hate me, bro. He hates me. The nigga hate me, y'all. The nigga hate me, like, for real. For real, for real. This shit is wicked.
This whole situation's nuts. Imagine a child growing up and seeing all of this online one day. Every rant, every accusation, every emotional outburst, it's all permanent. And while discussing this drama, that's the part that really hits you. What happens when the child eventually comes across these videos? It won't feel good, it won't feel fair, and honestly, it's heartbreaking. What we're witnessing here are two consenting adults failing miserably at handling a life-altering situation. One is a man-child who refuses to take any responsibility, and the other got herself into a situation she wasn't emotionally prepared for. It's not just messy, it's tragic. But somewhere in the middle of all this chaos is a child who deserves better than to be the centerpiece of online drama. Now, after this live stream ended, some people started claiming online that she mentioned giving up her child for adoption. But Javana quickly came back and denied those rumors, calling people out harshly for spreading lies about her situation. Even though several commenters swore she did mention adoption, Javana completely denied the claim.
Messing with people for what?
Stop getting on this app and making up lies about people and rumors. Like, you gotta find something better to do with y'all time and with y'all lives. I left this shit for like a couple days, came back, and there's more rumors and people still talking, people saying this, saying that.
Honestly, we don't know what to believe. There's no actual clip of her saying anything about giving up her child for adoption. But based on the emotional state she was in during that live, it wouldn't be shocking if she said something impulsively that she later forgot. She was clearly volatile and overwhelmed. So maybe she said it, maybe she didn't, who knows. Regardless of whether she made that comment or not, people on the internet are still mad at her. One of the biggest reasons people think she's at fault in this entire situation is her constant habit of airing everything on social media. One creator, who called her out for making her own life, her ex-boyfriend's life, and even her unborn child's life public, made a very valid point. He said that if she ever wanted to resolve things with her baby dadder in the future, it would be extremely difficult because of everything she said. And how does she expect things to get better between them when she's literally venting about their most personal issues in front of hundreds of thousands of strangers?
I wasn't going to say anything about the Javana Jay situation because I saw her yesterday morning when she was on live, just, I ain't going to say crashing out, but it was definitely just a lot going on between her and the father of her child. And the things she was saying, it was just like, I get when you in a situation like that, you want to express yourself, especially when you feel helpless. But y'all know me. I've constantly said on this app, you do not go on social media and talk about the parent of your child, whether you a male or a female. You don't do it, because I hope it, like, people can come around and build a relationship. But if the other person sees that you going out and talking about them negatively, whether it's true or not, how do you rekindle something like that when I know the next time we may have problems, you may run to the internet and paint a picture of me that may be true or not? It's just the fact that I know what you're willing to do. And I wasn't going to say anything, so I'm just like, you know, the girl young and it's unfortunate. But now I see she and her, the father of her child, been going back and forth on this app. And I'm not going to, I don't know that man. And I only know what Shawty has said. But to what I said, bruh said to hit her, he be typing and she makes videos. Like, he type in the comments, she make a video. He said, how are you going to talk about me all day, then talking about going to church? And then she made a video, and then he was just like, bruh, ain't like, I don't know how you expect me to react when you take everything to social media. Like, and I'm not trying to have his side, but that's my point. You can't resolve nothing if you're taking everything to the public, because you're always going to look like, when we have issues, you're going to try to paint a perception of me to try to get your way instead of handling it directly. Now, that doesn't mean he was handling his business directly, but I'm just saying, I don't play like that either. Like, mother of my child, family member, friend, whatever. Once you take our problems to social media, I really don't want nothing to do with you. And if we have children together, we'll just, you know, we'll handle how we handle. Luckily, I'm good on that side, but yeah, I don't play like that with nobody in my life. You take our problems to social media.
Another creator on TikTok pointed out how strange it was that she suddenly announced she didn't feel like having a baby anymore because of how her baby daddy was treating her. His behavior didn't magically start the minute the pregnancy was announced. If he was emotionally unavailable, distant, or immature, he must have been like that before the baby happened. So what exactly was different now?
Center women like her, like B. Simone, plenty of women that I've called out before, say stupid shit like, I don't want to have my baby because of how the man is treating me. But he was treating you like that when you told him you was pregnant. Now you about to drop, and all of a sudden you don't want the baby.
At this point, a growing number of people were also openly discussing the possibility that it might not be such a bad thing if Javana did choose to give up her child for adoption. Because from the outside, she doesn't look ready for motherhood. The baby daddy clearly doesn't want to be involved in the way he should be, and whatever is going on between the two of them is extremely toxic. All of that combined creates an environment that is undeniably harmful for a child. And many people pointed this out on TikTok, saying that if she truly feels she can't handle all of this alone, adoption might actually be the most responsible option. Not because people want to shame her, but because she's showing signs of someone who's overwhelmed, unsupported, and acting out purely from emotion rather than stability. And if that's where she stands right now, a lot of viewers believe the child deserves someone who can provide the safe, calm, and healthy environment that neither parent seems capable of offering at the moment.
She done went through with that man, whatever. If you feel like you can't do it, you're not going to have to support, you don't want to deal with it, whatever, I'd rather people give their children up or try to give them a better life than sit around and raise a child and abuse it, and you create another motherfucking monster in this world. If you are not ready for that, what all it entails being a mother, then by all means, use the resources to give somebody else that chance, or just know that you're not going to be able to do what's right for the kid. I don't know. I don't feel like that's wrong. I feel like a lot of people sit up and say, oh, because the man, if she feel like she cannot raise that baby on her own and whatever she with that man, she don't want to do it, then next time, abortion or birth control.
What's interesting is that not everyone on the internet during this time was against Javana or irritated by her constant presence online. Some people actually saw the emotional pain behind her ranting, realized how confused and overwhelmed she looked, and offered her genuine, heartfelt advice. They literally encouraged her to log off the internet for a while and focus on her mental well-being, because the way she was going on and on about her baby daddy around this time was really not pretty. She looked stressed, she sounded stressed, and she was definitely stressing her baby out. So people begged her not to continue this behavior until she felt mentally stronger.
Already confused and don't know what to do? Wait until you mix a baby into it. I am not saying get rid of your child because this is your life, but be prepared, baby girl. And I know you're getting paid. I know you're getting paid for the internet, but sometimes you gotta log off. Letting too many people into your business just causes much more stress. You got all these opinions coming from this way and that way, and you don't know what to do. You think that it's gonna give you clarity because you're venting, and it's really just gonna make you more confused. You're stressing your baby out. Log off, take a break, take a breather, take care of yourself. Like, I'm not talking about get your hair done and do your makeup, take care of yourself. I'm talking about take care of your spirit, your soul,
Honestly, this was solid advice for Javana, but we don't think she took it seriously at all at this point. So the next thing that happened in the baby daddy lore was the infamous baby shower incident. Around 9 months pregnant, Javana held a baby shower and invited both her own family and her baby daddy's family. And according to her, a fight broke out there, and she claimed that her baby daddy's family jumped her while she was 9 months pregnant. She immediately told her followers on TikTok about this new development, and the reactions were intense. A lot of people called the baby daddy and his family all kinds of horrible names, because based on Javana's version, the situation sounded genuinely terrifying. But then some people started digging and found out that apparently nobody jumped her at the baby shower. According to these commenters, she was the only one who got into a fight and put herself in harm's way.
It was the day of my baby shower. It's like 10 o'clock at night. Just got back home. Girl, it was crazy. I thought today was gonna be like real good and just like such a positive day and just like so full of love and stuff like that. Boy, was I wrong. This isn't a negative video or anything like that though, because I know it's certain people that's just looking for a response out of me because, you know, anyways, we ain't gonna get into it, but all I have to say is just like, choose carefully who you have a family with. Today didn't end well, and I'm 9 months pregnant, but it's okay because at the end of the day, God is in control of everything, and you know, so I'm about to go to the hospital because my baby probably need to be checked on, and yeah, y'all watch who y'all have a baby with, like.
She didn't get jumped at her baby shower. You jumped into somebody else's fight at your baby shower, and then you're on here like, I just couldn't believe that this happened to me, this happened to me. There has been so much drama on the internet between you and your baby daddy and his family. So the fact that you even invited his family to your baby shower with your family, knowing that they've been talking so much shit about you on the internet, and you have been fighting and arguing with them on this internet, and this is that and the third. Why didn't you think shit was gonna go down between the families? And furthermore, if your cousins was fighting and you're pregnant as fuck, why would you jump in the fight? Why would you put your baby in harm's way? Because if you jumped in the fight, you put your baby in harm's way. Because you could have stepped away because you're pregnant and told them, I'll see you when this baby drop. Because you're about to drop the baby. So why would you fight them people? Why would you jump in your cousin's fight? Was your cousin getting beat up? She had to have been getting beat up. But there was just too many people around. Your family was around. There was too many people for you, the pregnant person, to have to jump into the fight.
Now, we don't know for sure what the truth is, but if it's true that she invited her baby daddy's entire family after publicly trashing him and dragging their business all over social media, that alone is weird. She had been openly venting about this man for months, painting him as the worst person alive, and then suddenly inviting his whole family to a celebration? That just sounds very off. Now, there's one thing we can confidently say about the father of the child. It is shameful to get a girl pregnant and then disappear from the picture. He genuinely comes across as an immature creep. But at the same time, Javana desperately needs to log off for her own mental health. And to be fair, she actually did log off toward the end of her pregnancy, but not before revealing her intentions toward her baby daddy, and not before stirring up even more drama. She mentioned in a TikTok that she would somehow turn the tables once the baby was born. And of course, the internet had mixed reactions to that. Some people in her comments supported her, telling her not to let the father sign the birth certificate or to give the baby her last name instead. Others, however, felt she was being petty and basically using her child as a weapon against the father. But regardless of what people were saying about her supposedly not wanting the baby or planning to give him up for adoption, she did give birth in August. And to her credit, she seems to be taking care of the baby really well. She often features him in her videos and claims she's working on healing herself and becoming a better version of who she was during all that chaos. Pretty recently, though, another incident happened. She got into a car crash. Thankfully, both she and the baby were completely unharmed. Her car, however, was totally destroyed, and to make things worse, she apparently had no insurance. So she turned to her followers for help, set up a GoFundMe, and surprisingly, people actually donated.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been donating to me. I really didn't think, honestly, did not think that so many people would actually chip in and help me out. And it feels good to know that I really actually have supporters in the world who really care about me and who really want me and my baby to be happy. I really, really, really appreciate it. If I could thank everybody individually, I would, without a doubt. Y'all don't understand how much it means to me for people to really just be going out of their way to help me. It's just crazy. People been referring me to attorneys, lawyers. People really want to see me do good. They really want to see me do good. I woke up this morning and the GoFundMe is halfway to the goal that I set. That's crazy. It ain't even been 24 hours. Today I have one of my friends coming to pick me up so that I can go take my exam. I haven't studied at all. Hopefully, by the grace of God, I pass. And I can start moving on and rebuilding my life. Thank you again to everybody who chipping in and who's trying to help me. I really, really, really genuinely, with everything in me, appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Seriously. Say thank you, everybody. Say thank you.
Despite everything that happened during her pregnancy, the drama, the fights, the oversharing, it was genuinely wholesome to see the internet come together to support her during a scary moment. And even nicer to see her openly acknowledge and thank her followers. As of right now, it doesn't seem like the baby daddy's in the picture at all. Javana doesn't mention him in any of her recent videos. Maybe he's involved off camera, maybe he's not, we don't know. But it does look like she's keeping things off the internet for now, and honestly, that's probably the best decision she's made in a long time. The entire Javana situation is a mix of unfortunate choices, emotional impulsiveness, and a complete lack of boundaries. At this point, the best thing she can do is stay offline. Focus on raising her child in a peaceful environment and truly work on healing instead of performing it for TikTok. As for her baby daddy, he has shown nothing but irresponsibility and immaturity, and it's clear that he was never ready for fatherhood or even a functional relationship. And yes, her male-centric mindset, along with her habit of choosing men who show red flags from day one, absolutely played a major role in where she ended up. Some of this was bad luck, but a lot of it was preventable. Now, the real question is, what do you think? Should she give him another chance off camera? Should she cut him out entirely? Do you think she'll actually stay offline? Or will the cycle repeat once the next drama pops up? If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think.